Guess who is in the news this early morning? It's Cristiano Ronaldo in the news as far as United is concerned. Story being reported by Duncan Castles from the Time Sport. And obviously, Duncan Castles really has a lot of links to Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's why this story, I'm going to take it serious. And I know very many people are really going to come out and say, no, it's not coming in from a source close to Ronaldo or what. But guys, if the same journalist that really broke the story that Ronaldo wants to leave Manchester United in the summer, and it was confirmed by David Austin, is the same person who's really letting out this story, meaning that this story is coming out from a source that really gave him this Cristiano Ronaldo story. And obviously, I'm going to give you my opinion over this, and obviously you guys will be welcome into the comment section to let me know what you think about this story of Cristiano Ronaldo. And the heading is Ronaldo and Ten Hag at Loggerheads again. Rokan David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner and smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you to get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now today morning, Duncan Castles just broke this and said Ronaldo is said to be furious after Ten Hag claimed he did not bring him on during last weekend's Manchester derby out of respect. Now, there is a story I put up on my website known as www.rockandmedia.com, and if at all you want to go ahead and read it, it is already there. And there is a guy called Orin Subga Senior in my country. He's really one of those pundits and journalists that is really experienced into this, and obviously he really labeled this to Cristiano Ronaldo as a no cry to Ronaldo because he has done it all and he is working to prove no one, and him not starting the Manchester derby shows to him or is a direct indicator that he is no longer that player he was, and he can't match the intensity of the manager Erik Ten Hag. And obviously it was really annoying to Ronaldo, I understand, but obviously you have to face facts, because if the manager didn't bring you on the field of play and brought in Anton Martial and scored a brace, that really sent a lot of bad message to Ronaldo that please, you are not wanted here. And obviously, if at all Ronaldo was really so much meaningful to Erik Ten Hag, he would have really found minutes for him in that Manchester derby, or he would have started Ronaldo and maybe Rashford and Martial would have come on later. So the fact is, Cristiano Ronaldo is a very good player. He's a legend, but he can't play in certain games for United. He can't play in certain games for United. And coming out and saying that he was furious after Ten Hag claimed that he did not bring him during last weekend's Manchester derby because of respect, I don't even understand it. Which cloth is Ronaldo being measured on? That's the big question, because I believe if at all he's really in his right mind of sense, all the source that really put out this story, if at all they're in the right mind of sense, you wouldn't go out and say there is disrespect. And for me, my opinion is simple. Ronaldo never played in the Manchester derby. Pressure was put on Erik Ten Hag because Martial came in through and scored a brace against Man City. It was a clear message that Martial was going to go out and really start in the game of Omonia. And the pressure was piled on Erik Ten Hag through the team of Ronaldo on social media, and obviously Ten Hag put in Ronaldo to start. But you saw what happened. Ronaldo missed a lot of chances and Martial came in through and really scored. So the same pressure is still on Ronaldo. And guess what? We are playing our next game against Everton tomorrow. And what does that mean? Is the manager going to start with Ronaldo or Anton Martial, because he's having two center forwards? And it's obvious that Martial is going to start, because even when Ronaldo has been here, he has not been starting. So I believe Ronaldo is really so much into a condition that he has not yet accepted what is happening at Manchester United, and obviously he's trying to undermine the manager through using a source out to let this story out, and people would come out and let you the truth and really tell you the truth about this. Duncan Castles is really inclined to a close source to Ronaldo giving out this story. It's not like that of Harry Maguire that I think it was who? The report of ESPN came out and indicated that a close source to Harry Maguire. This time around, the close source told Duncan Castles, don't really say a close source to Ronaldo. That's it. But Duncan Castles is known for having reeled out a story in the summer that Ronaldo wants out of Manchester United. So to me, 100% believe it's really a story coming in from a side of Ronaldo, and he knows about it. Because right now, it's like piling pressure on Ten Hag to start him, because it's written all over the world that Eric Ten Hag loves Anton Martial, and he is going to start him in the game of Everton, because even when Ronaldo has been there alone as the centre forward, he has not been started into the Premier League games. The only Premier League game he started in was that against Brentford, where he lost 4-0 and played 90 minutes, but ever since then he has never started. So as things stand, Ronaldo is really trying to force his way in the starting 11 of Manchester United. Then he told us that Duncan Castles, it's claimed Ronaldo has privately complained about the nature and quality of Ten Hag's training sessions, with United suffering heavy defeats to Manchester City and Brentford already this season. So when you look at all this, it's being tailored towards Eric Ten Hag being pressured. That's it. It's a story that is directed to Eric Ten Hag being pressured to start Ronaldo because Martial is here. You get? Because Ronaldo knows it, that if at all Martial starts that game of Everton, it's going to be a clear message out there to him that you are no longer the number one choice centre forward of Eric Ten Hag. And I've seen very many people coming out and saying that, for me, I'd rather go with Ronaldo because he's world class. Guys, being world class when you're not scoring goals right now are not really so much pivotal to the manager right now. Does it matter? We respect Ronaldo. He is a legend at United. He won the Champions League, won a Ballon d'Or, he won Premier League titles, he won FA Cup, Carabao Cups. He won very many things at Manchester United that none of the players right now has ever won for United. But right now, we are not talking about the past. We are talking about the present. Anton Martial is here. He's banging in goals for fun. He has 3 goals this season, and he has not played 90 minutes in total of the 3 games he has played. He scored a brace against Man City. He scored 1 goal against Omonia after playing like 30 minutes. He played 30 minutes against Omonia. He played 45 minutes against a side which goes by the names of Liverpool and put in an assist. And obviously, he came on in the game of Man City and he played like, is it 20 minutes? Now when you add it, he has just played like 90 minutes and he has 4 goal involvements, 3 goals and 1 assist. What does Ronaldo have? He has played very many games for United. I think he has not missed out on any game apart from that of Man City where he was on the bench and never came in through. But he has scored 1 goal and obviously put up 1 assist. You get? So I believe Ronaldo is fighting for space, and putting out such tweets today are really aiming at the game of Everton, because he knows that Martial starting that game of Everton is going to really be something very, 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 very communicative to him that he has really fallen out in the pecking order of the manager. And now he's fighting for space in there for you. And Eric Ten Hag is really going to be put on pressure also, because that game of Everton, if Ronaldo comes in as subs or does not start, they'll ask him now, is it confirmed that Martial is the targets man for you ahead of Ronaldo? That question is expected into the post-match press conference. Then Duncan Castles tells us that Ronaldo, as being at loggerheads with Ten Hag, who he views as stubborn and unnecessarily wedded to the style of football he implemented at his former club Ajax. So it looks like there is bad blood between Ronaldo and Ten Hag. Trust me, this story is not empty and it's not going to go unattended too. There is something that is not right between Ronaldo and Ten Hag in that dressing room. You won't believe it. People won't come and admit about it, but obviously there is something that is not really cooking well between Ten Hag and Ronaldo into that dressing room. And obviously, you'll know that Ten Hag wanted Ronaldo to stay. And I think the reason as to why this is all coming up is simple. Ronaldo is like telling Ten Hag, please, I wanted to go. You told me that you have me in your plans. Then why aren't you starting me in Premier League games? Why aren't you not playing me in big games? Starting me against Arsenal, you didn't. Man City, you didn't. Liverpool, you didn't. So, what are you all about? If at all you can't really house me and put me to your starting 11, then let me out. So I think this is all directed to Erik ten Hag from Ronaldo, that please, he stated that I'm going nowhere. Now, you are not really using me. The World Cup is around the corner. I want to be fit. And having really had a very bad game against Omonia, missing out on close to 3 or 4, 5 chances, I think this is what he had to do, because he has to see to it that this story covers the other. All shadows the bad performance had against Omonia. Playing wise, never really had a very bad game, but not scoring goals, because in the first half he had close like 3 chances. Second half close to 3, 4, 5 chances. So clear chances out of those were like 3 or 4, and Ronaldo couldn't really score a goal. And obviously this story had to come in through to really shadow the bad performance against Omonia, and obviously focus on the Everton game, that the manager said no to my leaving United and is not using me. So I believe this is what it's all about. Then Duncan Castle is going to let us know that privately, Erik ten Hag would be happy to be relieved of the problem of sharing dressing room with Cristiano Ronaldo after a player who openly opposes his methods. Now, I think this was brought to the club by Erik ten Hag. You get a player telling you that he wants to go, and you tell him that you are in my plans, and obviously you are not using him. Obviously guarantees him a stature to go on and be do the needful to fight to see himself into the starting 11 of your team, because he wanted to go and you didn't let him out. But Ten Hag wanting Ronaldo out, to me, I really doubt it. I really doubt it, because he really believes that he needs him like in the UEFA Europa League games. He's starting, playing 90 minutes for the club, and we are short of these centre forwards. And if I told you to really expose Anton Martial to playing in the Premier League and the UEFA Europa League game in, game out without resting him in certain games, he'll go back to the injuries that he has been really facing. That is something you don't want to see for Anton Martial, one of the players that you really believe should come in and really lead the line for you every time. So I believe Erik ten Hag is really having a very, very tricky way to see to it that he really handles these matters until the end of the World Cup, because until the World Cup break, because before the World Cup break we're having very many games and Ronaldo is really calling for his start. And talking about the World Cup, this has really also gone ahead to shock me that in Portugal a debate is brewing over whether Cristiano Ronaldo should remain an automatic starter in their nation's talented squad. So obviously he's a starter, and what is raising all these concerns at the Portugal national team is that he missed close to 3 sitters when Portugal was playing Spain. That is not Ronaldo. That is not Ronaldo. And to me, I think it's a confirmation to us that Ronaldo has really gone off that level that we expected him to be at. Because in the game of Spain, he missed out on sitters. In the game of Omonia, he missed out on sitters. So there is a shift down the levels of Ronaldo that we have to admit. And this has to first go into Ronaldo's head that he's no longer Ronaldo he was like 2, 3, 4 years back. He's a different Ronaldo altogether, and he needs to be a player who is he needs to be a squad player. He can't be a priority starter at a team like Manchester United that is having a manager who is really so much ambitious and wanting to see United get back to the levels they were again. He can't be a starter. He can't be a starter, that's it. He can't be a starter. And this is what should go into Ronaldo's head, that even at the Portuguese national team, they are really debating to see whether they start him or not, because João Felix can do a better job right now than Ronaldo when it comes to being clinical. Ronaldo got how many chances? 3 against Spain. He didn't score. Against Czech Republic, he had like two sitters. He didn't score any. So there is something that we need to face face broadly and admit that maybe something is wrong with Ronaldo's career in here onto the United Matters channel. Thank you guys for watching in. First video of the day. I'm returning back with the Everton versus United match breakdown as far as it's concerned, because we need to know what the game of football is going to be like. Your reactions to Ronaldo and Ten Hag at Loggerheads again are welcome in the comment section below. I hand you over the Almighty Lord to really run you through this day, obviously, because He is the one who really does what we really believe is right for us. And I sign out for now. See you later. I can't wait to see your reaction throwing into the comment section, because you guys have your own opinions as I do have mine. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Is there a place where they're watching us from where it's good night? I doubt, but obviously you guys are nice, and thank you for watching in. We are returning with that Everton match breakdown with the predicted United lineup, and this is where we're going to see whether Ronaldo or Martial is starting, and I'm going to give you my blunt view about that. I'm out.